Hey ladies, today I wanted to show you how to thin out your human hair topper or wig. So I get the question sometimes of what if I get it and there's too much hair? I'm going to show you how to thin it a little bit. It's the way I do it. There's other ways to do it, but I'm going to show you the way I know. And it's pretty foolproof. You can, as long as you're careful and you watch what I'm doing, you'll be able to do it no problem. You are going to need a pair of thinning shears. This is what I use. You can see the teeth on the bottom and it's flat on the top. Okay, and I picked those up at Sally Beauty Supply. Any beauty supply store should have them, and I think they were like $10. They weren't too expensive. So got my topper here. This is the anise color, but it has roots added and lowlights added. So it's a little darker than it normally would look. And this one that I have on is Stella. So I get the question a lot, what topper I'm wearing. This one is Stella. So, all right, so what I'm gonna tell you first is you would put it on your wig head. You have your pins holding it on, just little T-pins, and a stand. So you're gonna need the stand and the wig head to hold it on there. And then you're gonna brush it down. And I'm gonna go over the #1 rule to start with is you're not gonna touch the very top. You're not gonna thin the very top, which is the silk part, or the silk top. You're not going to start snipping away at the top because little hairs could stick out. And you're gonna see that right on the top. So what I do, what my preference is I pull some of the hair away. You know, later if you want to thin the silk top, you can, but do that by pulling individual hairs out. Don't take thinning shears to it. Okay, so I separate that. So I've got it separated here. And so what this is, I call this my layer of protection. If I thin here and for some reason a few little hairs stick out, I've always got this hair to cover that up and hide it. So it works out good. Okay, so I'm gonna take this hair and put it to the side with a clip. And brush the hair down. See if I could get this on the side to get a better view maybe. And then what I do is I take another layer, just kind of pull the hair and separate it out. There. And again, twist this and put it to the side. Just kind of lay it over there. And for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to show you this side. This is one of my personal toppers, and it's a little bulky on this side, so I'm going to just be thinning this side. But you can do it on your whole topper. It's the same process. The whole topper except the very top. So, all right. So what I do, take a little bit of hair, just a thin layer. You can see this. Hopefully you can see how thin that is. I mean, it's little. And then I'm going to take my thinning shears. The teeth are going to be on the bottom. I come down a little bit. You can do it right up against the top. I prefer just to come down just a little bit. But you can do either way. And I go there, put it through the teeth, snip, pull it down. And you can see, I don't know if you could really see that, but some of the hair came out. Okay, and I'm going to move along to the side here. Take a little thin, I mean, when I say thin, you know, across, like if you sandwiched it, it would be pretty thin there. I'm going to actually separate this one out a little bit more. And you can see it's not too wide, it's maybe an inch across. So, see if you can see that. This one I'll show you up closer to the scalp if you want to do that method. Take your scissors again, there, put it up high, kind of right up against the scalp area, snip down, and pull it down. And there's some more hair. And I would just kind of do that going along, taking a little bit here, a little bit there. You don't want to go over the same area more than once, so keep an eye on that. It just might thin it too much in that one area, so just be careful. Gonna go here, snip, pull that hair off, and I got a little bit of hair. And then I'm going to leave it there for now. Go with this next layer. Get my brush. All right, and kind of just repeat the same thing. And again, like I mentioned, I like to come down just a little bit, but you can do it right up against the top of the cap. So got my scissors in there, pull down, same thing here, pull down. And you just want to do a little bit at a time, no rush, take your time. You may even, after you do, you know, a couple go-overs, take it off the wig head, go try it on, see how it is, because you don't want to over thin it. You know, you can always go back and thin it some more, but you don't want to get it on and find out it's too thin because you can't put the hair back. So just go, I suggest just a little bit at a time. Yeah, I got some of this hair. And I kind of just do that, go a couple layers, maybe 2 or 3 layers of the hair. You would try it on then, probably see how it is, maybe go back to a little bit more. Like I said, you could go through the whole thing, or you could just do one side if you tend to have more bulk. I tend to get more bulk on the left side because I part on the right. I part it over, so I've got more hair over here. So I need to thin that side out. But yeah, I hope that helps, ladies. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Oh, let me show you one more thing about this silk top. So let's say, you know, you get everything thinned, and you just feel like you have too much bulk on the very, very top. Do not use the thinning shears, but what you can actually do is go in and just pull individual hairs out. So, you know, it's a little bit of a tedious process, but it guarantees you're not going to take too much out, and it's not going to have little hairs sticking up. So you just go in and pull, you just go through, and maybe if you want to make the part a little bit wider, maybe your natural part is a little bit wider, you want it a little more wide, so you can see how that's the part on this one. If that's the case, you just go through, just pulling out some individual hairs, just a little bit at a time. You want to check it, see if you want to go back and do a little more. But that's how you would thin the silk top. The rest of it, you would do like I showed you with the thinning shears. Now I'm going to go over it one more time, just to show, just to recap what we did. So let me pull this to the side here. All right, get it up close. Got my thinning shears. Going to pull some of this hair right here. Put it down through the teeth. Oh, sorry, my dogs are in the background there. And there's your hair. All right, thanks, ladies. Please email me or send any questions that you have. And I apologize for my dogs in the background, but I hope you ladies have a wonderful day. Thanks so much.